What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared. And guys, Hector has been asking me to do this, and I've been doing a little bit of research on this. So let's go into depth on the Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030. So basically, the new order. Now, everything that happens in the world has a specific purpose, and it's all controlled. What a lot of you people have to realize is the way you think, the way you act, the way you perceive information, the way you talk to each other through social media, the way that you're advertised, the ways that you're advertised to, the ways that you are marketed to and buy stuff, is all by design. Now, this situation that's going on with the homeless situation, it is an engineered problem. Let me go more in depth on that. It's an engineered problem due to the fact that there's money being shipped all over the world, but yet that money does not stay in Western countries, which are some of the richest countries out there in the world. That money is being shipped to different countries, and it all is basically, in my opinion, being funded by BlackRock. If you want me to be honest here, BlackRock is one of the most powerful banks in the world. It controls damn near 80 to 90% of everything that goes on in the world. Your banks bank with BlackRock. The companies you work for bank with BlackRock. The companies that you buy from, that you order from, bank with BlackRock. Everything goes to BlackRock. If you look more in depth at the situation at hand, it is all a controlled decline in the world. I didn't get a chance to actually read through the 351 page document from the UN, but it is from the the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, June 3rd to June 14th, 1992. And this document specifically spells out damn near everything that the UN was talking about in 1992 as far as the development of the world. Now, it's saying humanity stands at a defining moment in history. We are confronted with a wait, hold up. Damn, I lost my fucking train of thought. We are confronted with the private. I ain't gonna fucking read all this shit. I'm gonna just show it up on screen. So what I'm reading is right here. Let me see. Zoom in. So we're confronted with issues between and within nations, a worsening poverty, hunger, ill health, and illiteracy, and the continuing deterioration of ecosystems on which we depend on for our well-being. However, integration of environment and development concerns and greater attention to them will lead to a fulfillment of basic needs, improving living situations for all, better protection and managed ecosystems, and a safer, more a safer, more prosperous future. What the fuck is in my mouth? Ew. No nation can achieve this on its own, and together we can in a global partnership for sustainable development. Now, what that in turn means is all these nations are trying to engineer a safer and better future. But the problem is they didn't account on a lot of these other countries having their influence as much as they did. With the development of social media, with the development of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, well, and Facebook, not TikTok again, but with development of these new social media platforms, we're having people come out left and right with new content, with content that is kind of stirring the pot when it comes to their plans. They didn't account for the growth and expansion of the internet. They didn't account for all this other stuff that's going on with the global economy. I believe they did talk about a potential, and I mean quotes, air quotes here, 2022 global pandemic. I believe they did talk about that. Like I said before, I did not read directly into all of this information on here, and I'm going to show it again. I didn't read through all of this because, as you can see at the top, 351 pages of this shit, and I don't have that much time. So the thing about this is this too. The way that this is going, this is all a engineered issue. Women are talking about we don't need men, this and that. What you're not understanding is you are going to be put into a situation to where you're going to be at um at the forefront of of basically getting the shit into the stick. And the thing about this is this too. I'm gonna go to university. I'm gonna go to ustoday.com. If it can load, I'm gonna go here, and this specific this specific article was published on July 23rd, 2020. So what this? Let me see if I can find it where it actually said what was actually talking about women. So here you go, right here. The agenda includes 31 items addressing uh, globe, global social and economic dimensions, conversations and resource management, role strengthening for women and children and workers, as well as proposed methods of in implementation. Items listed in the New World Order, quote, that's in quotes, do not appear in Agenda 21. For instance, it is no mention of currency. Terms like military and sovereignty also do not appear, though both are referenced in the New World Order. However, there are brief mentions of some of the items from that claim. The term central banking is present in reference in is preference is present in reference to capacity building in developing countries. It is not described as a world central bank. Property rights are also addressed regarding protecting women's rights to property, but not into all the privately owned properties. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is a resolution adopted by the UN General Assembly in 2015 that is focused around achieving 17 goals within 15 years, ending all poverty in all forms everywhere, ending hunger, achieve food security, and improved uh, nourishment, nutrients for nourishment, and promote sustainable agriculture. These goddamn glasses. Fucking need some new glasses. Can't read worth a shit with these bitches on. Ensure healthy lives, and promote all well-being for all ages. Assure extensive and equilibrium quality education, and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Now, I want you to focus in on this one. Quality education. When I'm starting to hear the word quality education, I mean by westernized education, meaning the liberal type of education from a lot of people. And close that. Close that. What the fuck this shit just do? So basically, what all this is saying is they're trying to implement a westernized thought process over the entire world, basically forcing all these countries to actually, you know, convert. I don't know, guys. The way that this is going, hold up, wait. Terms like one world, currency, military, family unit, 5G, private transportation, air travel, and synthetic drugs are not mentioned in the 2030 agenda, although they are listed in the New World Order. There are references to equal rights and access to land and other forms of properties, other forms of property for poor and vulnerable men and women, full and permanent sovereignty over natural and economic resources for individual states, and universal health coverage to include affordable vaccines for all. The 2030 agenda does not mention global sovereignty over these things as the claim suggests. So basically, they're trying to spin it in a way where you don't see the obvious trap that it is. Although they're not using certain trigger words, you can tell it's there. You can tell all this is all a ploy to try to get everybody on the same program while everybody else does the same shit. But I'm gonna read more into this so I can do an actual more in-depth video on this. So this is just part one to this. I do appreciate you guys actually listening to the podcast. But again, this is what I'm perceiving just off a first glance. I'm gonna do some more research into this, and I'll give you guys more of an in-depth view on this. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast on Spotify.com. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.